some cities that 80% of cable users were not paying for cable in the late 80s and early 90s. And how many people now are getting free cable? Put up your hand if you are, because I want to know. I got $129 a month I'm paying. What a ripoff! That's a joke, it's sarcasm. But the amount of money is probably. So, to reel in a technology problem like this, I don't think that we will ever eradicate piracy, whether physical or on the internet. But I think that as awareness goes up and the threat of enforcement and other things happen, that perhaps people's behavior will change. Business models will change, and I suppose they will meet in the middle to answer your question.
Question over here.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, question. What is your interpretation of what is illegitimate, I guess, or what is legitimate? As far as maybe making a backup of your CD, repeats MP3s, I mean, is that illegitimate? Because you already own it, yet you have to repurchase it in the MP3 format? I mean,
This is not a forum for me to speculate on what exactly it is.
well,
I can say that if you read the press, I think this is fair. If you read the press, you will probably not find any cases of somebody being sued for having an MP3 of music that they legitimately purchased on CD or iPod. I am unaware of any lawsuits for this particular infringement. Whether it's infringement or not, theoretically, I can't comment on. The practicality is that it's probably not like anything.
I understand you're trying to protect your current business model with these lawsuits, and I see that as, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I'll let you finish the question, but...
Okay, because I just wanted to bring up that there's just been a pretty recent study that's shown that the recording industry is now the #1 most hated company in the country. Actually, you guys beat out against Halliburton, and you beat ExxonMobil.
Yeah, I think we've been beating them for a while.
Well, okay. So it's been going on for a while, great. But how can you explain that you guys say piracy is the reason that CD sales are in decline, which they are currently? Is that correct?
I tried to give this talk, and I saw some people nod, and I saw some people roll their eyes, to explain that it is a vicious cycle that companies get in. It requires money to do two things: to release, define, and produce and market and release good music, and it requires money to change your business model. And when you are being hit so hard by piracy that half your employees have been laid off, and your revenues are cut by 1/3, and that's your revenue. Think about your profit. Your profit is now non-existent. Where do you find money to do either of those things? Well, including change your business model.
Well, I hear you there, but I mean, do you understand that people are, like, I've jumped ship completely, and I won't ever purchase another CD by the recording industry. I'm not a fan of how very small...
Do you buy downloads by the
way? No, not at all. I've switched completely to independent artists, where I can give $10 for a CD, and you know, $9 of that is going to the artist, and $1 of that's going to production costs. And that's how it feels that the artist should be compensated a much higher percentage than they are with your... And I understand that there's business costs.
It's basic economics, and if somebody can figure out a way, like the guy in Harvard Business School who said only sign hit bands, I guarantee the artist would get a lot more money if every album released and every song released was a hit. That's not the reality. You have to fund it, and it costs money. And if the current record companies go out of business because of piracy, somebody else will come up, and their business model will be based on gathering money, finding music, throwing it out there, seeing a lot of it fail and some of it succeed. The basic economics will not change the business model.
Wow.
I've got a question.
That's something
We're kind of going in order.
Yeah.
I have 2 questions, and they both go by really quickly. Well, first of all, thanks for kind of the it's kind of weird just to be behind the enemy lines and so forth.
I'm sorry?
Thanks for coming out and speaking to us, but it's kind of weird to be behind like enemy lines.
Yeah.
But the questions I had
It's okay,
were essentially,
I was in the team.
with regards to the Rochester case, where the Supreme Court ruled unanimously, I do find it surprising that you did leave out a key point to the whole argument and case. The reason why Rochester, and I forget, chose another company that was involved in it, but the reason why they were ruled against was because they actively promoted piracy, not because they were simply just there, not because they were simply a P2P platform. So in that sense, use the Rochester case as a legitimate, I guess, I want to say...
The term for this gentleman is inducement. Just so we got our legal lingo straight.
People are, that they rule in your favor is a very spurious argument in my mind. How can you basically say that?
They were releasing a product that, I'll try both answers, layman's terms included, was designed specifically for and with almost no other purpose than to allow people to acquire music that they would otherwise have to purchase through legitimate channels. And by appearing to be, in some cases, legitimate, they would sell clients for money. People that bought it thought that they had now purchased the right to get music for free. And by not warning their client, their customers, I'll stop using client, by not warning their customers or users that by using this they were in fact inducing them to infringe on copyright.
They actively promoted piracy.
Yes.
That's why the Supreme Court ruled against it, not simply because they were a peer-to-peer file sharing platform.
No, there's nothing wrong with peer-to-peer. I think everybody in the room who understands
But
how
the
peer-to-peer
argument
works.
would be that saying that the ruling in your favor is a very spurious argument.
I'm sorry?
But saying that the ruling in your favor is a very spurious argument, not simply it's not against P2P networks, it's against people who actually promote stuff. So I can't agree with
I would say it was
Rochester
against
as a
P2P.
watershed,
It was against.
RIAA, whatever,
Okay.
stuff.
It was against P2P networks that were designed specifically for copyright infringement.
I'm saying it's spurious to spread it out to all other P2P networks.
I never said that.
No, we should suggest it. That's the same. It's going to be the same thing. My second question.
One second. Did I say that? Did I ever say peer-to-peer as a technology is bad? Did I say that lion's share or even this more bad?
I never said that. You said that.
You said
P2P
LimeWire
is bad.
was bad.
I'm saying is that.
I'm sorry, what?
Didn't you say LimeWire was bad and we could block it?
Yes, I did, because based on our statistics, 99 point, I can't remember what it was, 99.6% plus or whatever of the material going across was infringing on somebody's copyright. So for all intents and purposes, it's
There's legitimate uses of LimeWire though.
yes, there are, and I will agree with that.
So wouldn't that be infringing
But-
on students' rights for those that are using it legally by cutting it off?
That would be a policy for the university, for example, but I would argue that there are a lot of other technologies out there, peer-to-peer and otherwise, that would allow you to get public domain fonts, for example, or download some astrophysics files from Beijing University without using LimeWire or Ares to do it. That would be the argument I would personally make.